It's Online Biz Real Talk today, and we have an incredible subject for you that a lot of people ask me and all my business partners here on a regular basis. What do I need to start this online business? Okay, so we're going to go over that. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to start this online business to succeed above and beyond. Thank you all for joining and coming on, giving us your time today. God bless you guys. Um, Paulo, since you're first, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself for us and tell us a little bit about the subject?
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulo Perez. I was born in the Philippines, grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Live here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I started this business 6 years ago, and at that time, I was working full time as a nurse, and I was stressed to the max. I was burnt out working a three nurse workload for like with me and another colleague for almost 2 3 years already. And so just the constant stress, the constant pressure from opening up new clinical trial studies, because that's what I was doing, is working in research oncology clinical trials, and on top of looking after patients, opening up new studies, and just trying to manage things like in a Monday to Friday sort of schedule. And it was tough because then it what there was not enough time. I was working past 5 o'clock. I was working till 7 8 p.m. on a weekday. I was coming in on a Saturday or Sunday to just fulfill what I needed to do for the following week. And so um, why I brought that up is because in order to start this business, you have to have a strong why. It could be multiple whys, but you need a strong why in order to tell yourself that you need change, instead of going on that, being a mouse and going on that wheel and just spinning your every day and going in and out, eat, sleep, and repeat, eat, sleep, and repeat, and work, and not getting anywhere. And you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're paying off bits and pieces of your debt, but the interest keeps increasing, and it's just like never ending. And you're just stressed about money. You're stressed about not being able to go on multiple vacations. You're stressed about being able to send money out to your family or support them. And so it just all adds up. So you really need a strong why to do this business, and you have to constantly remind yourself of those whys throughout the business, as you start the business. And you have to have dedication, motivation to treat this business like a business, and don't treat it like a side hobby. It's not knitting, it's not sewing, it's a business that is just online. You wouldn't do that with a brick and mortar business that you would start on the side and only show up maybe Monday for a couple hours, or maybe Wednesday. You'd have to have presence there 20 at least during opening hours. And the beauty with our business model is that we have you can run your business on your mobile phone. So it doesn't matter. There's no time restraints. And the other key thing I want to bring up is that you have to be coachable. Don't come into this with, because we have a lot of people who've done other businesses, who've done stuff online, and they come into this with a mindset, and it screws them up in a sense of learning about the training or being open to positive criticism to do the business, and that halters their business from being successful or moving forward until they get over that hump, until they change their mindset. And so that's the thing, is that you have to be coachable to do this business. And that's what I've allowed myself to be, is coachable. I reach out to mentors and coaches who have more experience, who have other things. Like I reach out to Georgia, I reach out to Ahmed. Like, even though no matter where we started in the business, everyone comes into this community, into this business, with a skill set from previous past work experiences or their current work experiences, and we pass it along to our team members or to our business colleagues, because we want to help everyone become successful. So that's all I have to say. I know the other guys here will bring up other points, but that's what I did, is just be motivated. Don't forget about your whys. Be coachable, and have good time management skills is another key thing, which is something that we teach in our masterminds. We just did a mastermind yesterday talking about time management. So it's important, because a lot of us have worked for other employers, so they give us tasks and things to do. But when you become a business owner, you have to create your own task list of what to do. But we teach you that, and it's not something that you learn overnight. It's a gradual thing. And don't be hard on yourself in this business, because you've got the support. And yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, Paulo. God bless you. Yeah, I really like all those points that you said, especially time management, which I'm
Yeah.
very terrible at with 5 kids and just, life and everything. But I get really stressed with time, right? I try not to stress myself too much, but I try to make things, I always have time for the business. See, the business is my relaxing time. That's what this is. If you are working a 9 to 5 and you have kids or you don't have kids, make this your relaxing time because I do. I find my business so fun. I love making reels. I love putting music on things. I love creating my Canva posts. It's fun. I love sitting there and just doing it. I can even do sometimes, even if I'm working out, I'll do squats as I just hold my phone. Paul is laughing. He probably does the same thing. So, like, I am very productive. I'm always productive. I want my kids to be productive. Even my son, he was talking to me, and that's why sometimes you'll see me talk. 'Cause my kids come in there, and he wants to go to the mall. I don't want him to go to the mall. I have an appointment with him to meet um, a soccer coach, and I'm like, you got to put soccer first right now. You got to work. You want to go hang out. Then tell them to come to the beach too, because they can come to the beach and hang out. That's what I'll get you guys dinner at the beach. Sit on the blanket, but you're going to play soccer. He's a professional coach, right? So productiveness, it goes in my head continuously. And it's hard to get out of bad habits. I don't think you have any bad habits, Paulo.
Oh no, I
Because,
I do, but it's but yeah, it's just like the time management. Like that's the thing.
yeah,
Like that mastermind yesterday was I forget the lady who talked about it, but just how you structure your time is very crucial because 15 minutes can go by pretty quick. But like yesterday, I went and ordered food. It wasn't ready, so I was sitting there waiting 15 minutes. So what did I do? I went on Canva and created a post that you shared, but I made it my own, and that took me 15 minutes. And so that's the thing. And like instead of like scrolling through social media or watching a show on YouTube, I'll just do business stuff. And like you said, it's fun. It's I don't see it as work, honestly. Like time goes by when I'm working on these things, and yeah, next thing it'll be like 2 3 hours later. I'm like, holy crap, it's I got to go to bed. So
I feel you. I literally, like, if I scroll on social media and then my time's up, like I have an appointment or I'm going with the kids somewhere or whatever, I feel so like, wow, that was not worth the 20 minutes I just wasted. I could have literally had my post up and maybe made a couple thousand from that post. So it's worth it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Paulo. Let's go diagonal and bother Tito. He's sitting there waiting. Why don't you introduce yourself, Tito, and tell us your story? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and where you are right now, and where you moved from recently, and tell us the subject.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tiro Ivancos Hernandez, the one and only Tiro. I was originally living in Canada. I would say Vancouver, then Kamloops, then Diamond View Estate. Then now I'm here in Spain. I've been in this business for about a year, almost 2 years, should I say. Big incomes. I noticed in this business that what was the point of spending 8 hours a day going to work for somebody then spending a couple hours a day just doing something on the online world with a phone with some internet. um and I decided to call my boss, and I fired him. That was a year ago, and then I got bored with the whole year of eating grapes in a hot tub and salmon by the package. And I got a little bit overweight, so I decided to go back to my gym. My gym was, well, back to pass some time. At least this time I wasn't worried about getting work because I needed to work. I went and I chose new works aligned just because I wanted to do some. And then about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I quit again my job, and I decided to move to Spain because I knew this business has a significant amount of much more money that you can make by advertising only. And I just decided, so you know what, if I didn't want to live in Canada no more and I can get by in Spain, I'll get by in Spain. But at the same time, I paid land while I was in Canada working. So smart things came out of it, right? Work when you're young, work hard, don't go partying, don't lose track of yourself. Um, so yeah, I joined this business about a year and a half ago or something like that, and it changed my life. It changes your life, it changes your point of view, it changes the way you speak, it changes the way you look, it changes the way you act. But most of all, it changes you a lot. The subject is, what do you need to do an online business like this? I'd say, what don't you need to do an online business like this? I mean, you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need to be someone that's extremely good in computers, because everything that you learn in this business you get taught by somebody else, face to face, video to video, message to message. So it's so damn easy, because it's basically people are telling you how to do things to succeed, and information is key. So what don't you need would be my question to, I'll say what do you need after, but yeah, what don't you need? You don't need to go knock on doors. You don't need to call nobody. You don't need to make meetings with anybody. You don't need to accumulate products in your house. You don't need to go crazy on, because you gotta look good to go out there and let people see you, because you don't have to let people see you either if you don't want to be seen. In this business, you just advertise. Okay, you either do it with a video with yourself, because if you're not comfortable, you just do it with the video of yourself. You just set up an ad out there and just give it, or do something with the content with a little bit of writing in there. You don't have to be yourself in there. um and the thing is that in this business we have an automated system business that works for you. And this business works in the back for you at the same time that you are doing your daily things, like going to the park, going to the beach, going to Spain, traveling around the world. Whatever you're doing, the business is still running. The only thing you gotta do is, I mean, you just gotta keep on it. And I know I'd say that this is advertising. Yes, there are paid ads. Okay, there's some paid ads, and then half of the ads that we usually use is free ads, which is the platforms that we use on the media just to have fun. The people that use, the scrolling platforms. Let's just say Facebook has scrolling in there, Instagram, TikTok, all those platforms are free platforms. If you want to spend your whole lifetime doing content to make others laugh and to make others people follow you just for the good of people following you, sure, you can earn some money too by people following you. But if you want to do that, just for people following you, you ought to do that for money too. I mean, hey, if you advertise and you do some content the way you do it out there, because I've seen people put amazing videos out there, they could just do it for money, just like I'm doing right now. So in a way, free ads are almost the best thing, but hey, there's paid ads too. You usually spend not that much. You spend 10 to 15 a day. Even depends how much you wanna go for. Thing is that you're not throwing away your money into crypto. You're not putting money in there into crypto. It's just not a pyramid scheme or an MLM. This is a legit business. We don't get money from the people below us. We get money from the company that affiliates us, meaning that there's always going to be there, big commissions. And the best thing about this is that we don't touch the money that comes in from the other people, which the other people can get bigger. In MLM's pyramid schemes, the people from below you can never get bigger than the people that brought you in there. But with this business, you can if you put your hard work to it. Another thing I would say is, what do you need to be in this business? Well, you need a good mind, a good set of mindset. Mindset mean being positive, believing. Believing is seen in all life. If you don't believe it, you will never see it. So believe in the business, believe in what you're doing. If you're doing something you don't believe it, then you're doing the wrong thing. You shouldn't do what you don't believe in, because it's not gonna bring you anything. You need also to be strong minded to be in this business, because there's gonna be a lot of vultures picking at you. A lot of people, meaning vultures, meaning people that cannot do what they love to do, people that are afraid to make a jump in their life, are gonna always be there to drag you down, criticize you, put you down, laugh at you, whatever, call you names. And it's either gonna bring you down morally in your mind, or it's gonna make you fuel. It's gonna use it as fuel. So in a way, guys, do what you guys need to do. Stop focusing on other people's lives, and if you feel you can't make it in this life, then don't stop and criticize the other ones. What else in this business? Well, I'll just tell you guys, I'm here in Spain. I'm building my land. At the same time, I'm taking care of my sister's dog right now. She's like sleeping right here. Look at this. Look at this thing here. She's just lying there, all chilling. Yeah, snoring. Chilling here. And yeah, I was gonna say, guys, you don't need much to start this business, guys. All you need to do is, yeah, like Paula said, be coachable, be, you know, be understandable. Stay awake, stay in the business. Don't join the business and then say, oh, I'm tired of this. No, if you have a if you want to have a change in your life, you have to have the hunger for the change. We not necessarily want to be working with people that just come in and then give it all the first day, and then the second day and third day they say, oh, this is not just for me. This is a lifetime opportunity, guys. This is not something that you get rich right the next day. You get rich. This oh something. That's something that's gonna make you rich. Yeah, it's gonna make you rich. But thing is that it's not something that you're putting your luck in and on it, because there's not much luck. If I tell you, if you're gonna put luck on things, you gotta put work on it. Meaning by work, you'd rather go 11 hours to work in a construction job in a hangover or whatever because you drank last weekend and you're tired, you haven't slept much, but you're still working the whole day? Or do you rather wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna get up from my bed, wash my face, and move over to my computer and type a couple things and just look at a couple things on my business, meaning that you're not going to spend 11 hours doing physical hard work or doing whatever you do. If you want to, yes, you can do it for sure. Me, I choose, I guess there are other ways to make a good income. So yeah, I could say a million things more because I'm pumped. Today was a great day, and a great day to get put down by people. Everybody's watching you. As soon as you start something that's different than what other people are doing, everybody's gonna be watching you. People are gonna be there aiming their pistols at you, and they're gonna be laughing once you're down. So the best thing to do and deal with those people are be constant, don't give up, don't give in to their naysayers, and just keep going. Hey, with a big smile on your head open. And guys, don't mix your personal lives with your business. Okay, here's what people think right there. Oh, because people's personal lives are different now. The business might not work. No, no, guys, listen. The business works. The business is legit business. If not, that why wouldn't I be here, right? I'm still here. And then Georgia's up here in Spain also too. So in a way, it's working. The business works. Yeah, and then time is all we got, guys. If you guys want time, then do something about it instead of doing the same circle over and over and over, and then spending the money that you make on the 9 to 5, spending it again on things that they give you like alcohol, drinks, so you can do the circle again. Don't get addicted to alcohol and drugs. Get addicted to what you love to do, and do what you love to do, and have free time on yourself. And if you guys want free time, this business will give you free time. So don't forget to check out my free workshop. Back to you, Georgia.
100%. Yeah. Thank you for that. God bless you. And congratulations on quitting your construction job. Congratulations on moving to Spain, paying your land, getting all your land in your name. You did so many things. You paid a lot of money towards your land from this business, and you spent a lot of money. He was saying that a couple of weeks ago. He spent like a lot of the money he made in this business. He's like, I could have just, built this and did that with it. The thing is guys, if you're watching, if you make
You
money,
make your first
you
mistakes when
learn,
you have lots.
huh? Would you say?
The first times you make mistakes. The second times, I guess you have it a contrary, right? If you haven't seen that much, and then all of a sudden someone presents you a business, something that will change your life. Sometimes people go a little crazy and overboard, but doesn't mean that it's the end. Huh. so people can have a little fun. Sure, we fall in holes, but there's always a way for us to keep on moving instead of sitting down in a corner and draw and just. I'm still angry at that person. So it doesn't matter. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at him, right? But it's hurtful words that they say to you, the way they put you, because you are trying to do what you want to do, because you're living in so many different countries, because you're doing things that other people are not doing. That routine, the same routine that you're doing, that people are doing, you're not doing it, and they're gonna be like, "What? What are you doing? What?" You know what? It bothers me, guys. So what? Hey, yeah. If you guys really care of what other people do, then start doing what you guys want to do, and you guys won't even have to worry about it. So, whoever's watching here right now, forget about it. Enjoy it. Whew.
I'll
Anyways,
comment on what you were saying. The thing is we have to understand, Tito, is when you were in Canada working on this business, people was like, what? Well, he's in Canada. There's a lot of money in Canada. Obviously, he's in an online business in Canada. But when you leave your construction job and you move to Spain, then they're like, how did that happen? How is he still getting paid in Barcelona? How is he still making a living? And this was a comment, and we're not going to say who it came from, but the comment he's told us backstage is the person told him, get a real job. And this is, in other words, this ain't a real job and you're not working hard. You're not even working. But the thing is
yeah,
the whole reason,
yeah.
yeah.
Why don't you? Sorry, I was just saying that the way he said it, no, turn into a man and get yourself a real job, right? But yeah, you keep going.
So the thing is
It's okay.
the
Sorry for cutting you.
that's okay. We're advertising a business plan that gives people the opportunity to work for themselves and gain back their time. This business opportunity is available for people and is actually most desired for people that don't want to work anymore. So Tito, just like he said, he was going out on the weekends because he was just like so sick of working every day, 12 hours a day for construction and his boss, and they was treating him terrible. So he wanted this business and he made it work. And I helped him every step of the way. I help all my business partners, all my business. Paulo and Amit help us with everything. We all help each other. And just like Tito said, it doesn't matter what situation you're in. It doesn't matter where you are, you could start this business. But that's what has shocked people, Tito. It shocked people that you came here and then, it's in other words, it's making people, in their heart, they want to do what you're doing and they don't know how. So what they're doing is they're acting out in mean words and saying mean things, but really and truly they desire what you have, but they don't have the courage to do it and they don't know how to do it. So just keep going and don't pay attention to people like that. Obviously, you're not. But my advice to anybody out there who has a lot of criticism in their life and they want to get started in this business and their spouse is skeptical or their family member, you know what? Go with your heart, go with your gut feeling. Because my ex literally was so against this business and didn't want me to work on this business. And I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, this person is not going to take care of me. I'm not going to make no money. If I don't do this for myself, and if I don't spend some time in this business, nothing's going to happen. And believe me, sorry, Paula, go on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just everyone has their own definition of work, right? And the thing is we get a lot of those comments and criticism from people in the older generation because they were taught to, go to school, get a job, buy a house, have family, and then that's what they're taught and that's what they're used to. They're not used to this new generation of people who have learned to work smarter, not harder, and leverage social media, automation to run things a lot more smoothly with the business because I know we say it's not really work in a sense, but it is work for us to put up a business page up. It's work for us to put our faces out there. It's work for us to do these live business chats. It's work in the sense that we have our own definition of work. And so that's the other thing. I just wanted to point that out that, it's just, we're all going to come across it no matter what. And this may be from family and friends, but also from outsiders that we we literally get comments and like really, really bad comments from people who don't even know us. And you just have to learn to brush it off, and just move ahead, because there's no point focusing your energy on people that are not going to push you forward.
I love that. Did you want to comment on that? Say anything about that, Tito? Did you want to add anything else, or are you good?
I'm good, Paulo. Paulo, your words of wisdom purified everything.
Well, I was thinking too. Yeah, go on.
Georgia,
Did you want?
what did
Yeah,
you
did you want to say something?
what are you thinking? I was thinking
Because I was thinking that Paulo comes from an old school nationality, the Filipinos, and they're known for working 3, 4 jobs at once. And same thing with my family. My family are known for working like dogs and working and working and working. And same thing. The first thing that all my family thought was this business was a scam, and that I got scammed. They didn't even know what I'm doing. But guess what? My family is in this business. I got an appointment with my sister tomorrow, helping her with her ads. So they came to me and asked for it.
my family still thinks it's a scam, so don't worry.
It's funny because you paid off so much of your land with the money you made from this business. So just keep going and keep succeeding. And thanks for your testimony. Okay, we're gonna go to Jazz. How are you, Jazz? Long time no see. Please introduce yourself for us. Tell us the cool job you're doing. Tell us a little bit about your story, how you started this business, and then the subject. So, what do you need to start this online business?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jazz Dougal here from Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. So I've got involved in the business just because I was looking for kind of another way out, not another way out, sooner or later, another way out of working a 9 to 5 job. I currently work in the film industry, and which is actually, at this point in time, there's a big strike going on in the film industry with that white writer strike and actor strike. So yeah, so right now there's not going to be much work for maybe a couple months, a few months, hopefully not that long, but that's the situation right now. But yeah, it's good to have another source of income, something like an online business, because my history of work has always been a bit labor intensive, and I had to put my body through a lot of work, always on my feet, and yeah, it just got a point in my life where I didn't want to keep doing that type of work. And finding new jobs, you always got to start at the bottom. So I found another way to kind of grow that through this online business, and which is really good because all you really need is a solid drive, a commitment to yourself, mostly. And I think Paulo and Tito really covered a lot of important topics that we all agree on. But for me, yeah, it's really exciting. Even when I first started out, I started out really slow in this business, still trying to learn everything. But when my ads are start working, or when I'm getting recognition, even if it's out of all the people that you do get some negative comments and stuff like that, but when you do get some people who are really interested, and you, it does really excite you, and it really motivates you to propel yourself forward in this business and to keep moving forward. But it's something that you can definitely have a lot of fun in. It's fun just creating ads, helping other people, and helping yourself. But it's yeah, it's a great way, and I've dealt with a lot of negativity, I think, just in life general. But with this online business, I'm not sure what it is. Some people seem to have a negative stigma toward it because it's out of the norm of your normal typical 9 to 5 job that everybody's in and they're used to, and they think they're not familiar with an online business. Maybe they don't know what it is. I think immediately think, oh, you're probably in something trying to get rich quick. And there's stigma, especially in family. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's jealousy, envious, but I think it's just out of the norm for a lot of people. And I think we're trying to change that and trying to help people that, hey, there's another way. An online business is a great way to grow yourself, grow some wealth. And I think it's just a good way for us to introduce it to everybody. I think the world needs to hear more about it and see that there's another way of growing wealth instead of always having to work in the system in a 9-to-5 job. Yeah.
Love it. And I'm so sorry to hear about that. I didn't know that the film industry was on strike. Is that just in Canada or it's all over?
Well, it's primarily in the States, the USA, but we get a lot of work from the US up here, like Vancouver and Toronto, which is really, really always busy with work, don't have work, which is like, that's shocking how they're affected. And we only have one show going on right now this month, which will probably end in a couple weeks. And then, after that, we don't know how long the strike will last, but so we are affected here also in Canada. Got a lot of work come from the States. So.
Yeah, well, it's good you got the business going for you. You know, one of the things that I've been leveraging a lot is my free advertisement, and I've been making a lot of money from it lately. Because I have the extra time, like I'm here in Spain, and I found that where I was in Canada, even though I wasn't working, I was always into something. Like I know everybody. I'm always having a party. I'm always doing something. So I felt like my time was not right. My time wasn't focused as much on the free ads. I was just doing the paid ads. And I'm here and I'm not doing anything, right? I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the gym. I'm taking my kids to their activities. I'm going to church, right? So I find I have more time on my hands where I'm doing more free ads, and my free ads are working just. So just go into our vlog chat, the post shares for the team, and just keep posting all those, and keep, just like Paulo said, there's some things we share and he brands it. He makes it his own, right? He puts his name on it, he brands it, he puts his website. You can do that, and we show you how. Just keep going with the free advertisement if you feel like your business, your job is slowing down and you want to save some money. Because the free I just literally made almost a 6-case free sale from just free advertisement. Wow. And not that, all my business partners that are making sales, if people want to start the business, I'm getting huge commissions and bonuses from them without touching their commissions. Just like Tito was just saying, like, I'm shocked. I'm like, wow, like I just got a $4,700 bonus from them. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely take a look at that for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So Jazz, keep going, and you're doing absolutely incredible. And don't, I feel you with the energy of other people, and I do feel that online world has a bad name because there's a lot of scams out there, and you're like, they don't want to look at it. Also, you're right. Some people are afraid to jump out of their comfort zone. They're, unconsciously envious, but because like I was telling Tito, they want to do what you're doing. But Paulo's right. If it's coming from someone older, they're just old school and they're not into the online world. This is like, oh, well, you're not a real man. They have that old school masculine mentality. You're not providing for your family or whatever the case may be. But, nowadays it's not even if you're a real man. There's men and women working like dogs or whatever. Two people in a relationship working like dogs to provide for themselves and pay their own rent or house.
Yeah.
Okay. I just seen something. It's horrible. I just seen something. I know. There's a whole. We're all from different nationalities on here, and there's nobody that's from the same nationality. So we have everybody here from India, from Africa, from Spain, from the Philippines, and I'm Roma. They were saying that immigrants in Canada right now are like tenting it and on the streets because there's no funding. They ran out of funding for housing for immigrants. And there's no work. Like, it's like, what? Canada? really? The most giving country? What is people doing on the streets? So it's like there's a lot of things going on right now. There's no more security. So we need to secure ourselves. We need to make sure that we're secure. And with this business, that's what exactly you'd be doing, is securing yourself. It's not going to take much. It'll take you some time and effort. That's all that it'll take you. And just don't pay attention to the naysayers. You know, the naysayers, will always be the naysayers. And they'll always sit at their desk or always sit at their hardworking job or, you know, whatever they're doing. But at the end of the day, you're growing your empire. Whether you failed at it, whether you tried a million presented his plan for Disneyland, and all of that, like dozens of times to people and got rejected. Okay, he went through a nervous breakdown. And look at, there's Disneylands and Disney Worlds all over the world. It's the biggest shows. Like that's why I tell my kids, watch Disney. Like, you know, it's so. And then there, all the people that made Google and Netflix and Gucci or Prada or whatever, they all started like in a little place in their garage, in their room. You know, this business is growing so much, so quick. It's incredible. This company is incredible that we're affiliated with. So just keep going, believe.
I also wanted to add, mention something as well, which is I added into one of my own ads was that, like I said earlier, people, I think they're not aware of an online business, the online space. So I think a lot of people, we need to bring more of that to their attention. But I think the age and day we've been living in, that everything's digital, everything's online. And there actually are a lot of entrepreneurships out there in the online space, e-commerce, and a lot of courses, and there are people having major success. So, and I think with the newer generations coming up, I think a lot of them are a lot tech savvy, and they're more aware of the online world. So it's definitely has a bright future. And yeah, it definitely is growing really quick, and it's a lot of potential. It's a good way to get into it, especially now, if it's still in its early stages, but it's growing fast. Yeah, definitely agree.
100%. And this isn't a fly-by business, like fly-by-night business. This isn't going anywhere. It's not on trial right now. We've been around since almost 7 years. And the company that we're affiliated with, that we chose their products, has been around since over 50 years. So we got a very good reputation for succeeding in the online world. Akina.
I think we lost Georgia there.
Yeah, I was just wondering that too.
All right, I'll just go with mine.
All right. Next.
But I'll just carry on. Topic today: what do I need to start what do I need to start this online business? So there's a few things I've written down here, and there's a few things that we have been talking about here that I'm going to touch on afterwards. So, of course, the very first thing, that what do you need to start this business? Well, you don't really need to bring anything. Just bring yourself. Bring drive, bring motivation, bring good energy. And the biggest thing of all that we want you to bring is a reason, right? Bring a reason. Why are you here? Because the reason that you are here is what's going to drive you to succeed, right? Not every day is going to be a good day. Yes, we're on here smiling every day because we have a routine, right? We've built this consistency in ourselves. Motivation is very temporary. Yeah, we're very motivated in the moment, but that's not going to last, right? The motivation is not going to make me work on my business later. It's my consistency and the routine that I've built in myself. The pattern that we've all established in ourselves is what's going to carry us all throughout our day. So that's the first thing that I'd like you to bring. Sorry, Georgia, you froze, so I just went on to mine. So first thing that you're going to have to bring. is a reason, right? Because through the hard days, through the bad days, through the rough days, the days that you don't want to do this business, those days that you don't want to get out of bed, we all have that even now. When you're going to, if you have a regular job, you even have that. There's days that you don't want to go to work, right? You're going to have that in this business. And the thing that's going to carry you through those days are your reasons for being here. Why are you here? Is it for your family? Is it for your kids? Is it personal reasons? Is it just to be more financially stable? Are you someone that wants to travel? Do you want to just travel more, be able to earn while you're traveling? What is your reason for being here? Have that reason. And the one thing that we call your reason is your why. So you'll hear us always talking about what's your why. Always have that hard why that you have. Next thing that I have here is a vision. So you always want to have a vision of yourself. And for me, I played a lot of sports, and I'm not sure if a lot of business owners do this too, but always envision yourself always accomplishing your goals, right? If your goals is to be living a freedom lifestyle, living in a different country every day, actually think about that every day. Envision yourself in that new country. What are you going to do? How are you going to spend your days? Are you going to the beach every day? Are you going to a new restaurant every day? Make sure you really visualize yourself in those moments, in those good times. Envision yourself on that plane, right? Even me just talking about envisioning my goals, I'm just getting motivated because we all have that, right? That's why we're here. We're all here for a reason. So always have that visionary mindset, because that's going to pull you through those hard times. And consistency, and I talked about consistency equals a pattern. So they'll get through you. And lastly, the third thing I wanted to touch on too is on those hard days, if you start your business, and you could probably hear this in the stories of a lot of multimillionaires and business owners that are out there that have went big, is don't get too hard on yourself when you're having a rough time. If something's not going right in your business, don't get too hard on yourself, right? That's okay. It's a learning process. A business comes in waves, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. You don't see someone open a new store on the street or in a mall, and then you don't see a lineup the next day to get in that store, right? No, it's gonna be slow, right? You gotta build your reputation, you gotta build your brand, you gotta make yourself known, right? So those are all things that will come, and you gotta bring that motivation. But when you come here, you'll see that we already have so much. When I first joined this business, I didn't know anything about business. I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know anything about advertising. But when you join here, unlike any other business, you get a coach and a mentor right away. And we also have a training site. Everyone has the same access to all those training sites. And we'll teach you how to advertise. We'll teach you how to use social media. We'll teach you how to post a Facebook post if you don't know. We'll help you create your Facebook business page. We'll even create your website for you. And on top of that, we have, I think it's 10 different website templates that change monthly that you could choose from, that are all different designs. And if you're a creative person, if you come from a digital background, and you want to create your own website, boom, they'll help you create your own website too. So the possibilities are endless. One thing I also wanted to talk about that Tito and Paulo were talking about is the negativity and the jealousy from others. So regardless who you are in this world, if you're the best athlete, to be the best business owners, you're always going to see people talk bad about them. But look at where they are compared to where that person is. One thing you got to remember is, why are they talking bad about that? Is it because they were an athlete and they failed at reaching that pinnacle stage? Why are they being so negative towards that person? There's something in that person. Most of the time it's jealousy. Most of the time it's because they wish they were in your shoes and they're not. But regardless of who you are, I always try to have that athlete relation, because me being an athlete, I always compare myself to them, and I always be like, they have a lot of haters. Look at how much people are mad at them, are talking garbage about them, but look how great they are. Like, what are they doing? They're amazing people, right? We're all amazing people, but we all have different personalities and different perspectives on people that make us think that these people are bad. But end of the day, we're all great people, right? So don't let those people get you down. Just move on. You'll have a nice positive team wherever you are. create that positive team around you, that circle of friends. In this community, we call it our community, our business partners. We surround ourselves with our business partners. We're all already like-minded individuals, so we already get along well. So we're all friends. So that's one thing. Last thing I want to talk about too is uncertainty. So if you're looking this business, that's what I really love about it, is it really is always here for you. It's nothing that like Jag is in a position right now where his union is on strike, so there's not much work. But in this business, there's never going to be a strike, right? It's always going to be here. The internet is going to be here for a long time. All businesses, all even business owners are shifting online. Everyone's putting stuff online on YouTube, on Netflix. Everyone's coming to the online world. Like, this online world is not going anywhere. So if you're in a position that you want to be safe, you want to just have a plan B for now and just check this out, reach out to any one of us. Wherever you see this video, reach out to that person that had posted this, because that means they're a part of this amazing community too, and they could help you succeed. Last thing I wanted to touch on too was I remember we were talking about uncertainty and people that just laugh at you regardless of what you're doing. One thing I know is Blockbuster. Who remembers Blockbuster going and renting a movie from there? It was what we had before Netflix. Netflix actually went to Blockbuster and went to them with their platform and said, "You want to partner with us?" And Blockbuster laughed at Netflix, right? They laughed at them. They said, you're not going to survive. Like, that's not going to work. Where's Blockbuster now? Half the people watching this don't even know what Blockbuster is. But that's a funny thing I always want to say. So let those people that are going to laugh at you and doubt you. Oh, well, watch where I am in 1 or 2 years, and where are you going to be? Still sitting there, doubting me, laughing at me. But hey, I'm here to living my dreams. Do what you love. Don't worry about other people too much, because at the end of the day, regardless of how amazing and how helpful you are and how much you want to help everyone in the world, you're always going to have haters. So just remember that. Unfortunately, that you'll always have that. But this is an amazing community. We're always here to back each other. So if this is something that you want to get into, let us know.
I love that. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say something. Ahmed, great job on the part to do what you love. Do what you love to do, guys. Do what you love, okay? Don't do what they tell you to do all your life. All right, back to you, Georgia.
Yeah, I was just thinking about so many different things, and I was thinking about Lamborghini, because Lamborghini was rejected because they were tractors. They started with tractors or something like that, and they made fun of them. But they had parts and they had things that other vehicles didn't have. So anyways, I literally, I literally was thinking about that. There's so many things that, no, it was Ferrari. Okay, yeah, Lamborghini like rejected Ferraris or something like that. So I was thinking, like, one of my favorite vehicles was rejected, right? Okay, you can talk to Meadow. Meadow's making food right now. She always does this when I'm live. Every time I do a video, she's like, "I'm thirsty. I'm hungry." She likes to get seen. You're seen. Look. You're seen. And then you know what else she likes doing? She likes telling if the kids are bad. If Mikey or Meadow's bad, she tells on them when I'm live or something. They were doing this. No. I bugged you. I love you. Go. Meadow will fix you something. Go.
Can't go on my phone.
No, you can't go on my phone. We just watched a whole bunch of movie. So you'll get rejections in life. You'll literally have situations where you'll wind up getting all kinds of sarcasm. You'll wind up feeling so lost and thinking I make the right decision, because that's honestly how I felt when I started this business. So many people look up to me, but they don't know my trials and they don't know what I've been through. That's the thing. And I was invited, Peter was there too. We got invited to a 6 and 7 figure income earners little mastermind get together. I was honored to be there. And I was shocked that people who were making millions of dollars were asking me for advice. And they looked up to me. And little did they know is I look up to them and I watch them and I watch what they do. And I am successful because I'm watching what they're doing. It's funny that we don't realize the impact we're having on people. And it's funny that we are our biggest actual, judgments and we are our biggest critics. It's funny because I don't look at myself the way a lot of people look at me, or those people don't look at themselves the way I look at them. But the thing is we're all have that capability to make millions and billions and do, but we don't understand that we're capable of it. We underestimate. I said that through my trials, through my afflictions, I learned to pick myself up and make myself better than what I was even before. So don't think that any of your trials or whatever people are throwing at you or whatever your life has thrown at you is not going to teach you. So, thank you, Amit, for all of that. And I guess I'll introduce myself and I'll tell you a little bit about the subject. So I'm Georgia Williams. I'm a president and CEO. I started this business about 5 years ago in November, well, almost 5 years, November 2019, or was it 2018? And I was so shy. And I literally started this business and I was not myself. I thought that I had to be this professional and change my personality and do something that was not me. And I realized, wow, this business is pretty easy. As soon as I started to get closer to my coaches and understand that they're there for me and don't feel that you're a bug or don't feel that you're stupid or that, anybody's going to make fun of you if you ask a question. Did you want to add something, Paulo?
Oh, no.
Oh, no? So, so I was thinking like, wow, I'm grateful that I have the support and I have the training and I have everything that I need to get started in this business. So I have 5 children, as you see, and I'm a president and CEO. I decided to incorporate my business. I also have a foundation called the Georgia Williams Foundation. I know I've been vacationing and doing a lot, but there's still things going on all around the world that I literally implanted and actually grew in Africa and there's still we're still feeding the homeless in Kamloops, which is amazing. I have one of my actually 2 of my business partners that's still literally doing community service for that as they're feeding and giving bread and sandwiches to people who are on the streets. And so I was able to do a lot with this business. And now that I'm here in Spain, as I was telling you guys, I do a lot more free ads because I have more time on my hands. But what do you need to get started in this business? It's very simple. All you need is a phone, a smartphone, a laptop, or literally an iPad or tablet, and you can get started. Honestly, even though I won't recommend this, you can get started with your phone. Because there's so many people that message me and is like, oh, well, I'm waiting to get my computer. I'm like, no, you don't have to wait to get your computer. You can literally start right now with your phone. You're just going to watch your training videos. Mm-hmm. You can literally start with your phone. Yeah. And you can download the app, Google Chrome, and you can look at your phone and you can look at it with desktop version. And you can make your letters a little bigger, literally zoom in and zoom out. So I do a lot from my phone because I'm always busy with my kids. Okay. And at night I'll do it with my laptop. That's honestly what you need. And a strong will and a desire to change. Okay, how can I put this? People are going to call you crazy. The people who actually succeed are the crazy ones, are the ones who believe in themselves so much and will do anything to succeed. And people wind up saying you're crazy. Do you know how many people that family or friends or people, oh, you're so crazy, you're so obsessed with your business, it's all you do. Hello, I'm always at the beach with my kids. Kids are my everything. I do everything with my kids. We're health freaks and we're gym junkies and we're, all about saving the world. Do you not see my stories? I love God. So there's a lot of people who really, really do judge me and think that that's all what I do is because they watch me and they see me post a lot about my business. So they think that that's all I do. But that in fact, a couple hours a day I put into my business, and then the rest is my free time. So I really, really like the fact that I don't have to sit at my desk. I don't have a desk, to be honest with you. I have this outside area that I'm always here, and with this beautiful outdoor furniture. This is where I usually do my work. It's peaceful out here. I close this door that these kids are making all this noise from, and those are my kids there. And yes, no more Nintendo. No, you can't have my phone. No more. So yeah, so even though that I'm a digital marketer, I don't want my kids to be on the phone all day. I want to get them active and doing. But go have something to eat with Mikey. You said he was hungry. Well, he has food. So she's always bothering. She's always this. She's so cute. I love her. She's the woman of the house. So it's not hard to start this business. We got the support, we got the training, we got everything you need to get started. We even, just like I told Jess, we even have the post for you to share. That is okay for you to share. It's not something you're taking out of Google and it's illegal, or you're stealing from one of our business partners. It's an actual chat that says, here, use this for your content on your page if you're new. And you can really make a ton of money from that content. It's free. It's free content, and you can advertise for free. The thing is, consistency is very big key to succeeding. The only way to excel and to continue to climb that mountain is continuously working every day at your business. Every day at whatever it is that you want to succeed in. If you put your time into it, you're going to see results. It's inevitable. So keep going and keep pushing yourself every single day. Even if you have, like I said, those naysayers, if you have not so much time on your hands, take out some things that you're doing that day. Try to make things work. If it's to do with, get-togethers or just going for dinner or Netflix, pull that out for a little time and build that into your empire. They said that the very high-end companies don't do commercials. Okay, the car companies. They don't do commercials on TV. It's because their target client is not sitting at home watching TV. Their client is huge entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs that's able to afford a $200,000-$300,000 car or $1 million car. So think about that. Use your time wisely. We have a few comments here. I'll show you guys really quick. We have Paulo's mom watching from Calgary, Alberta.
Hi, Mom.
And good afternoon. God bless you. Love you, Agnes. And we have Tito's business partner, Melissa. She popped up and she's saying, hi, everyone. And Big Doggy. She's saying to Tito, hi, Melissa. How you been? Long time no see. She's speaking on your page, I think, Tito. So, so I just wanted to say to everybody who's watching, if you have any questions, if you want to get started in this business, if you want us to literally show you the way, just watch the free workshop. It's a free workshop. It's going to explain everything that you need to know. Because all these people here that's speaking today watched that free workshop. So that's how we started. It literally convinced us and showed us, wow, I can do this. This is amazing. They're giving us everything pretty much. They're giving us the website, the sales funnel, the system, everything that you need to get started. So click that link, add your name and your email, and if you want, you can literally come into our Earn Online group. And we created that Paulo and a few of us business partners in Facebook. So if anybody has any questions about that, just message us privately. If you see this on any of our business partners' pages, it means that they have the ability to mentor or coach you. So God bless. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thank you all for your beautiful testimonies. God bless, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Take care, everybody.